Not a Monday, not a stream. Also, yeah, Donkey Kong Country was a really good game. Especially for being a Super Nintendo game, it's quite well aged. But anyways, enough about the Donkey Kong. Let's get to playing some RimWorld. Alright, let's get reacquainted with whatever the heck we were doing last time. Right. Middle of winter, doing good on food. Uh, let's see, where's the temperature overlay? Here it is. Right, so now I remember, our base was kinda cold. It's warm enough where we can grow plants, but it's not warm enough where if it suddenly dips below negative 30 outside the base, that it doesn't also suddenly turn into like negative 10 inside the base. Just need to plot down a few more heaters, but do we have enough power to sustain that? I have 3 wind turbines, 2 batteries. I think we need to diversify our power supply. Then for research, right, we're trying to get turrets set up because we're gonna need all that firepower. I'd rather have the turrets and not use them for a while than need the turrets and not have any around, because that's usually how you end up with some of your dudes getting either beaten to death or captured by slavers. Both bad options. Alright. I'm guessing for our power issue, the way to go is build some water mills, which we do not have researched. Let's see if there's anything available. Right, we got the transponder from that mech thingy that we destroyed over here, and it exploded into a giant fireball when we did. But anytime we want, we can do this quest and then have one of our pawns become a mechanitor, which will let him use little robots. But we'll also have to set up a charging station for that. And once we do have a couple of mechs, then we have to start worrying about where to store the little pollution packs or whatever they generate. It shouldn't be too much of a problem since it stays freezing for most of the year here. We just have to probably turn this into a little room and then just put all of it in there. Which, let's do that right now. Don't need too big of a room to start with. Then we'll claim the rest of the structure that we're using. Entity escape. Oh, this guy wants another go at it. Let's try the same thing we did last time. Have our gunners there just for backup in case things go very bad, which they did not. Right, so far we're getting lucky at not killing this guy every time he tries to escape. We should definitely move him to this better holding platform. So once he's healed up, we'll look at what the escape interval is. I think because he's all banged up, he won't try to escape. Blowback operation. Right. I think that one lets us make sentry guns or regular Mark 19 turrets also. But I don't think I want those. They tend to be very lethal, which is bad if you're trying to occasionally capture some enemies to either practice up your medicine skills or if you're planning on flipping kidneys on the black market. Which I don't think we're going to be doing either of those. Forget. We already have a good medic, so I guess we don't need the forced training. Definitely thinking we'll finish recoil operation, get the watermill generators, and then go for precision rifling, get ourselves a sniper rifle for our hunter, and then a bunch of assault rifles for everyone else who can wield something. So we were trying to get people converted to our ideology. Get who we were focusing on. Guess it's Hakuja. Do have this guy here. Gonna recruit him. Really not sure. Could always use another good shooter, and these two guys we have here are temporary anyway. Yeah, I think he's worth recruiting. Or we could just release him for a action rep increase, but do you realistically think that we can keep building up reputation, or is it just going to be a waste? Because I think it's just going to be a waste. Huh. Haven't seen this one before. Stunningly good-looking stranger is approaching the colony. She wants to talk. You can send a colonist to hear what she has to say. Ridiculously good skills. Ridiculously good traits. Wearing a full set of burgundy clothing. Suspicious. Guess we should send our best negotiator. See what she wants. She says she's here to make a deal and will help you in exchange for simple hospitality. This is her purpose and she always fulfills her purpose. Skilled at everything to an unnatural degree, regardless of the subject, she has mastered it. In addition, her work ethic is remarkable. She appears to be the perfect worker. There's something she's not telling us. I really don't know about this one. Because it definitely seems like a deal that's too good to be true. Well, how about we make things interesting and see what the catch is? I'm gonna make her do most everything other than any crafting related things, just in case. Still don't know anything about her background. Set up this pile so that the only thing they put in it is, well, we could put nuclear waste, but I'm not going to have any of that for a while. I think just regular items. Looking for toxic waste packs. I think it's in manufactured. And let's just use the search feature. Items miscellaneous, toxic waste pack. Let's see. A masterwork steel bed. This furniture bears an image of an imposing red scorched stone surrounded by molten debris. O'Connell looks on with excitement. The scene takes place on the outskirts of a village. The overall conversation is vertical. This depiction refers to a meteorite impacting near O'Connell's town on the 10th of December 55000. I think I remember that. It's, wasn't this. I think it was this meteorite that landed here. Now forever immortalized in the frame of a steel bed. Oh, we already have some art. Good quality, very high beauty stat. Let's see. If we wanted to sell it, it would be worth $270, or is that silver? They're using the dollar symbol, so I'm gonna say dollars. Put that in our dining room. Right now it's very impressive, and that should bump it up even more, and everyone who uses this dining room is gonna get an even bigger mood bonus from using it. And we're also using it as our recreation spot. Yep. Oh, it's very impressive. I guess we could hunt the Megasloth. Can't be any more dangerous than all the other crap we've hunted so far, right? I guess she really is good at everything she does. Those creatures have a 50% chance of attacking after getting harmed, and you basically just ignored every shot that was fired at them. Now we have these guys. There's only 4 of them. We should be able to take them out. 3 gunners, and then at least 3 melee guys, so we should be able to handle this pretty easy. Keyword, should. Two down. Mikhail got all kinds of fucked up. But he didn't lose anything. So not too bad, as long as we get the bleeding under control. How long were these guys staying? They're leaving in 3 days. Cloth sash worn by Mary has deteriorated away to nothing. Not gonna be our problem anytime soon. Fortunately, got a disease anyways. Well, normally you'd give a pawn whatever they're better at doing. In this case, well, I'd like to have more than one dedicated melee pawn, especially once these two guys go away, but we don't have any other sets of armor, so I'm thinking it's probably a bad idea. I was just gonna have Kuja use the revolver we have sitting here. I think we have any other melee weapons anyway. Guess I could craft one. Or we could just make shotguns. Yeah, I'll stick to the original plan. Shotguns can be pretty good, but assault rifles are better. And we're not far off from getting them. That being said, we could use more components. Just need someone to get around to mining them. Alright, let's try doing a conversion ritual. I think the only way we have of increasing our chance of success with this is First of all, a better temple, capping out at 120 quality. The other thing is if we had more people. I'm definitely thinking we could make this temple bigger though. It would probably go a long way to helping it out in terms of its quality. Yeah, let's do that now instead of later. The conversion ritual was effective. Everyone participating got a mood bonus. They didn't really do much in terms of converting them, but whatever. Yeah, Mikhail shouldn't have an issue with that infection. Oh, we also have another statue here. Just realized I forgot to look at what the art was on that first statue. This carving bears a representation of Tadashi Harvey sitting quietly, glowing softly. Four mega scarabs rest peacefully. The image somehow expresses both poverty and growth. This depiction relates to Harvey meditating on 1st December 5500. And this one, or wait, this one's titled Harvey with Blue, this one's Harvey's Rhythm. Can you tell that we only have one person working on art yet? Anyways, this carving bears a portrayal of Tadashi Harvey adding surface detail to a large sculpture while wiping the sweat from his forehead. Four doctors gaze in awe. This depiction relates to Harvey completing work on large sculpture. So it's a sculpture about Harvey working on a sculpture. He's not a narcissist, is he? I guess he's just that great of a guy that needs other people to know that he's a great guy. Now, as for where we want to put this one, we could place it down here in this workshop. I think we're better off putting it in the temple for now. Actually, never mind the meditation spot here, we'll put it right next to the statue in this room. Well, here's the part where we find out why it was too good to be true. Amelia has begun experiencing pounding headaches and begs for help. She can't think straight and is losing her cognitive function. Amelia claims that she has seen a vision of the future. In a matter of days, her mind will crumble and she will become incapable of most tasks. The condition is currently reversible with sufficient technology, like a healer mech serum, but will soon become permanent. So, we ain't got any healer mix serums, and we're probably not going to get any anytime soon. So, yeah, we're just going to have to watch her deteriorate into a shell of her former self. Sucks, but that's the only thing we can do. And also, we're finally in the second year of our colony. Never even realized this guy was addicted to 2 different drugs. And now we have a raid. A group of Neanderthals have arrived from nearby. Bunch of melee fighters. A couple of them are half decent, like this guy with a 5 and this guy with an 8. The rest are kind of unimpressive. I don't think there's anyone here that we want to capture necessarily. So this might get interesting very quickly. Meteorite just landed there, completely unannounced. %13% chance of landing the shot. Maybe you just run over this way. Now we have a second group of enemies showing up. These guys should be easier to deal with though, there's just a bunch of shamblers. Although we'd definitely prefer if we didn't have to deal with both at the same time. It says they're just gonna wander around though. What's their longevity look like? 3 days before they just fall over on their own. One group taken care of. Don't think we wanted to capture this guy. Good at plants, medical, and not much else. And he's a pyromaniac. This gear kinda sucks too. Those other two guys are just gonna run away now. I'll just undraft everyone else and keep an eye on the shamblers. I guess I could capture this guy and then just release him to have the reputation bonus. Gee, I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy anyways. Shamblers seem content to just hang out where they showed up. And another piece of art. One is named Chess. Sculpture bears an artwork of Bradley O'Connell being incapacitated with cold deficiency. An actor watches silently in the lower part of the image. This image tells the story of the knocking unconscious of O'Connell on 12th December 5500. On the 12th, that's way too close to refer to when we captured him initially, right? Yeah, that would have been like less than 10 days ago. In game time, of course. Yeah, just having one heater in a room this size doesn't seem to be quite cutting it. Probably doesn't help that I have vents connecting all the rooms together in terms of air, but it's still, as you can see, it's not entirely equal even with the vents. I guess since I have, other than the shamblers, nothing going on, and actually, they are getting closer. Yeah, I was gonna say we might as well try to get that little quest done that lets us turn one of our pawns into a mechanitor, but these guys are a little too close for comfort right now. Once it's nighttime again, I'll just draft up our shooters and go take care of the problem. Till then, we just sit here and watch. Use Mary as a distraction while she's still useful. Looks like we're gonna have to get into a melee fight anyways. So the combat music they added in the Anomaly DLC is pretty wild. And it cut out early though. Alright. We're just gonna get Tori healed back up, and then we'll go and do that mechanitor thing I mentioned. Unless if we suddenly get raided yet again by a group of Neanderthals. That could always happen. Alright. Our reputation with the Neanderthal group is slowly going up. So even if they do keep throwing guys at us, as long as I can capture, like, on average, one pawn and release them, we get a rep bonus of about 12. Eventually they'll stop being angry at us and stop trying to steal all of our stuff, or whatever it is they come here for. It's not entirely clear. There goes Mary and Mikhail. We were just talking about these guys raiding us again. So they've shown up in two groups. Two guys up here. One guy down here. Well, probably a bad idea to engage this guy in melee combat, because even though he's got a wooden foot, he'd probably still be able to ram it right up someone's ass. But the other guy he's with isn't all that dangerous, and the other dude over here is similarly shouldn't be a problem as long as we don't engage him in melee. And since they're gonna take a while before they decide to attack, yeah. Let's get these guys to go and take care of it. Right, 2 down, 1 more to go. Should be able to do it without storage. I guess this guy didn't get the memo. He's just piddling around over there. Why is he moving so slow? Moving at 2.6 cells per second. That seems a bit slower though. Yeah, whatever. It's not our concern anymore. Beavers. Let's see. 17% chance to land a hit. 2% chance to land a hit. It's a pretty big discrepancy. Normal quality revolver, poor quality revolver. Huh. That's kind of weird. Didn't even realize we're shooting at a pregnant woman. Oh, whatever. If she didn't want to get shot at, she wouldn't be charging at us, right? Yeah, their accuracy's way down during the daytime. Actually, not even. This one should have a 41% chance to hit. This one has a 23% chance. No wait, I think I know what's going on. Kuja has the full accuracy because it doesn't believe in the... What's the name of her religion again? In the Zootan faith. But Connell does. And apparently he's just believing that sunlight sucks is enough to make your accuracy go way down. Geraldine Belf. So, hopefully I didn't completely get your name wrong, but we're playing some RimWorld, not to be confused with JimWorld. No, I don't know who Jim is either. If you want to be more specific about what we're doing, we're shooting pregnant women. Nearly have our turrets unlocked. Completed the quest, Hopeless Refugees. Start a raid. Man, aren't we popular today? Showing up in transport pods. One guy with a shotgun. A bio-coated poor quality shotgun. Talk about priorities. This guy does have a regular shotgun and he's also half decent at shooting. That might be a problem. Guy with a machine pistol. And the guy with the club. Well, this might be a problem, but it depends on exactly how it plays out. We unfortunately do not have the luxury of waiting until nighttime, though, which might be our downfall. We'll let him get closer to the base, and then we'll run out and mess him up. Well, this might be a problem. Well, we have to save the dog now. Everyone charge out. Alright, the big threat has been eliminated. Now for the rest of them. O'Connell is down. Nothing serious, it's just because he has a very low threshold for pain. Alright, I'd count that as a successful defense. Your dog doing fine? Yeah, he is. So, the bio-coated shotgun we have basically no use for until we have a smelter. So we're just gonna leave that forbidden. Where's that shotgun that guy had? Someone already bring it to the stockpile? Yeah, I see it. You with the revolver, how would you like an upgrade? These guys were from Mitekius. I think, yeah, it's completely impossible to gain reputation with these guys, so not worth healing up their soldiers for free. It's not like they wear any gear, and their gear is kind of crap. So maybe we just speed things up and finish him off. I think it gains melee experience when you do that. Let's have a look. Didn't seem to. Hey, we got a pile of free joints. How considerate of them. Unfortunately, we're running very low on medicine. I guess I could turn this area into a grow house kind of thing. Yeah, just mine out the surrounding area and put up a bunch of grow beds up in here. Though it would kind of be in the middle of the way, and I don't want to place it over here because there's that overhead mountain, which is very valuable real estate. Let's build another little building like this one here. I have to start with putting our sun lamp down. Place it right here. Now, lining up with this stone is where we need to put the wall. New quest, an extravagant structure. Duke Grigos Daimos of Empire of Perfection is requesting that you build a monument to commemorate the judgment of his brother. Monument is 10 by 9 in size and will require these resources of a total value of 400. Any of metallic wood stony times 210, any of stony times 125, any of either sandstone, granite, limestone, slate, or marble blocks times 144. Construction must be complete within 14 days of accepting. After completing, you'll have to protect the monument for 48 days, which is nearly an entire in-game year. If any piece of it is destroyed, enforcement systems will activate and 2 insects hives will bar up from underground. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to successfully defend it, although the last thing I want to have happen is 2 insect hives popping up like right here and then making a mess of all of our stuff, even if the insects themselves are easy to fight off. Which they're probably not going to be. I don't know, there's no real substantial reward, but the quest itself seems easy. And if I had to pick any of these 3, it would probably be the Goodwill. Yeah, let's take it. Round little building. Let's put it down right over here. Well, unfortunately, our prisoner is no longer a pregnant woman. We have a solar eclipse. Not going to complain about that. And Amelia is now affected by crumbled mine. Which also means that she's not capable of doing terribly much at all anymore. Slowly building up that reputation. Hey, it's the ancient danger I was talking about. Another raid, from the same guys even. It's just one group, and it's these guys. Have two half-decent melee troops. For whatever reason, he brought Jade and Smokeleaf. It does say they're gonna wait there for a while. Guess we can just go out there and attack him right now. They seem content to just sit there and get shot at, unlike the last group. I mean, heck, even the Shamblers charge after us once we started shooting at them. Don't know why these guys are waiting. Alright. All of them are down other than this guy. Good constructor and miner. That's also good with plants. Likes being underground, but he's too smart and he does not like the drugs. Yeah, probably just gonna catch and release that guy. Assuming that he survives that long, of course. Yeah, it seems like he'll make it. I'm guessing if I'm gonna bother with hydroponics, I should probably have it researched. Question is, do I research it before or after the watermill generators? I'm thinking after, since these sun lamps. Power consumption 2,900. They're only on for like half the day, but that'll drain your batteries right up. Let's just get that guy to release, so as soon as he's capable of walking, which hopefully is soon, we'll get rid of him right away, so he won't be sitting there in a closet eating all our food. Think about it. When Amelia showed up, it was under pretense that she was here to make a deal, but she never let us know what the deal was. She just joined up, was very high skills across the board with very good traits, and then took a very bad case of the brain fall out of head. And now she's a shell of who she used to be. Okay, we got our turrets unlocked. So now we have the mounted M2HB and a twin M2HB. You're wondering what the difference is. I think the amount of resources used to build them should be telling you exactly everything you need to know. It's the twin M2HB is just two guns shooting the twice as much ammo at roughly the same level of accuracy as the regular one. We only have enough components to build one of these right now, though. Until people dig out the walls. What do I have on mining? Still basically just storage, since Akon's got a pile of stuff to do beforehand. So he's pretty much never gonna mine. Animal migration of hares. And we pissed off the alpha beavers. Now, since pissed off all the alpha beavers that were nearby, we should probably run. Unless if we manage to snipe them before they get us. Damn it. So from this distance, not that much less accurate than just earlier. Most of it seems to have to do with just the target being very small. It is just a beaver after all. Well, the eclipse has ended. And so has the beaver. Should probably give O'Connell back his weapon. He's using this regular revolver, I think. A long cooldown on a conversion ritual. Starting to get warmer and warmer on the outside. It's -2 degrees right now. The transport pod crash. Shopkid named Asush is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If he survives the impact, he will be badly wounded. It's from the Empire of Perfection. Yeah, it doesn't seem too banged up. Not some particularly great traits, however. But it does have a lot of growth potential. I'll just rescue him. If he wants to join, then whatever, we have a new dedicated hauler or something. If he doesn't want to join, we get a reputation bonus with the Empire. Now, they'll only stop being hostile to us once we go above 0, but it should stay there until, what, like -40 or something before they become hostile? No, wait, this one will tell us. Relationships, or if relations fall below 75 or -75, they will become hostile. So hopefully they keep trying to send those types of raids they've already sent at us, and so we can capture a couple more guys and get their reputation up. But I get the weird feeling it's not going to reduce the total amount of raids, it's just going to change who's doing the raiding. Got some free goats. Group of goats, abandoned or lost, have wandered into the area. They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the colony. Now, theoretically, we could get into the livestock business. But I think we're doing perfectly fine on food without having to get into that complicated stuff, so let's just collect some meat. Rumbos. Pretty sure we have no one with any good animal handling skills. Well, Harvey's got nearly 9. I think you need like 14 to tame these. Minimum handling skill 10. So less than I thought it was, but more than anything we have. Could also try to fight them. They are worth a lot in materials. They are also not easy targets. Yeah, very big natural armor, do a lot of damage. How fast do they run? 3.85. Guess because this one isn't very spry. The full move speed is 5.5, so that's pretty darn fast. Not gonna mess with them. And this we want made out of sandstone. We've got 11 days to build it. And we also need to defend it after the fact. Maybe we put up a couple of defenses. Hold on. Harvey has discovered a strip of fleshy tissue. It resembles human skin stained gray by tiny metallic particles. It must have sloughed off someone during flesh liquefaction. Someone here may not be what they seem. There are several ways to detect imposters. The interrogate prisoner interaction mode is now unlocked. Imprisons someone and send a... No, wait, hold on. Imprison someone and send a warden to interrogate them about their true identity. This can take many days. Or collect more gray flesh and analyze it to determine the biosignature of the threat. Then use a surgical inspection operation to search for the biosignature. It could take a long time to collect enough samples and the surgery is invasive. Alternatively, execute or banish whoever you suspect. Warning, some parasites can control the mind and even be transmitted to others. Well, I've heard of imposters being able to show up with new DLC, but I've never had to deal with it yet. There's our flesh sample. This strip of human flesh is stained with a dark and gritty ferrous material. Tiny threads of metallic filament run throughout, interspersed with tiny silvery beads. Its form suggests that it sloughed off someone's body during some unnatural liquefaction process. So, anyone ever seen The Thing? Hopefully it's not that scary, but to be prepared. It was Harvey who discovered it initially. Could be him. Could be Amelia. She is the newest member of the colony. So who should we have carry out the investigation? Missing someone with good medical skills? In that case, there's Hakuja and Tori. Unless if it's someone who has good intellectual skills who should do it. In which case, I guess O'Connell's our guy. Animal farmer named Sakura is crashing in a transport pod nearby. Sakura is suffering from paralytic abasia and will be unable to walk. She'll recover naturally after many days. There's also a chance of a lucky quick recovery. Paralytic abasia can also be cured by a special operation that requires a large amount of RimWorld medicine. So she does want to join. But we'll have to keep her in bed for 31 days, and then once she is up and about, she's got a bad spine. Staggeringly ugly psychopath who's good at animals, social, and a little bit of shooting. Well, I don't know about this one. Don't feel like we need the extra labor right about now. But it's not like we can't support having an extra person in the base. And it would help to have someone that we know for sure isn't one of the infected ones. Unless if the infection spreads, but then that's an entirely different ballgame. Yeah, I guess we can accept her. Alright. Oh, hey there, Billy. So, we've just recently run into a very interesting scenario where we found a blob of flesh sitting somewhere outside of our base, and we think one of our dudes is an imposter. So, here's the message we got from analyzing that flesh. Connell has finished analyzing the gray flesh sample. The sample carried the biosignature Voidraiser J4. Connell made progress in learning to identify this biosignature in living subjects, but needs more samples to complete the work. Until then, your surgical inspections will not detect Voidraiser J4. We need to analyze more flesh samples. Right, so if we find enough of those, we can just do surgery to figure out who's the imposter. Until then, I'm gonna have to do that interrogation thing. And I'm thinking we should start with Amelia. So our growing room is complete. Just need to finish researching the watermill generator, and then we can unlock hydroponics, and then we can start growing whatever kind of stuff we want any time of year. See how this interrogation thing works. Okay, so that guy we rescued just earlier seems to have left the map. Gives us a nice little bonus to our reputation with these guys. Wardens will interrogate the prisoner and watch their reactions to try to determine if they are who they say they are. Chance of detecting an imposter increases with the warden's social interaction ability. There's always a chance the imposter goes unnoticed. So we had 2 interrogations turn out nothing. I just have to keep trying. I wonder if it's going to alert us if any more little pieces of flesh are discovered out near the base. Sure hope so. So probably have some doors. Insane ramblings. Amelia has become completely untethered from reality, ranting about impossible subjects. She will snap out of it in a few hours. It's happened because of poor mood. Oh, we literally drove our prisoner to insanity. Warning, Truthist will be upset if mining occurs. O'Connell got inspired by high mood. Now, whatever the next surgery he does is going to be very successful. Guess we can try doing that invasive surgery. But we don't have enough samples to be able to tell if someone is, whatever that, code word was for the right biosignature for the thing we're looking for. So I have another 10 days to build this. Oh, some more flesh. Harvey has discovered a strip of fleshy tissue. It's just the same notification as last time? I think it is. Yep, there's the bit of flesh. Gone, what give me an analysis? Gone, let's finish analyzing the grey flesh sample. Carries the same biosignature we're looking for. Connell has made progress in learning to identify the biosignature, but needs more samples to complete the work. Okay, so we've got 2 samples, still not enough. Because I get the weird feeling we're gonna need some more gravestones. I say that, we already have this set up. And we'll leave it as is. Distress signal. You've intercepted a distress signal from the nearby camp of Brusul. The frantic voice begs for immediate assistance defending against the threat. They offer everything at their camp in return for help, including shards of powerful arco-technology. As the voice tries to explain the nature of the threat, the signal goes dead. Sure is a lot of weird shit happening lately, and this is very not far from our base. Actually, let's see exactly how far. Total route time, 0.2 days. We could dip over there and see what's going on. Although, usually a distress signal that suddenly cuts off before the end of the transmission is a very bad sign. Maybe we send these 4 guys. Storage, Tori, O'Connell, and Hakusha, which is basically all of our fighters, so our base would essentially be undefended. Then leave Harvey here to keep interrogating Amelia. Actually, I think that is what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll leave the dog here too. Alright, so those guys are gonna pack up the stuff we told them to, and they're gonna head off towards that distress signal. There they go. Meantime, Harvey, go and... It's a very low amount of reduction. That one's much higher. We're already nearly there. We've arrived, and I already don't like what I'm looking at. Flesh mass, flesh bulbs. Dead guys on the ground. Dead finger spike. Three enemies right here in the middle. There might be more in the buildings. Don't see any turrets. Finger spikes. Bunch of heal roots here. Guess I could harvest those if we can clear off the map. And a pit burrow. Small hole connecting to some unseen cave network deep under the surface. The walls are too steep to climb. It is inherently unstable and will collapse after some time. I'm just guessing that's how all this flesh ended up here. Solid mass of twisted flesh, it throbs and shivers with horrible life. It's too bad we don't have flamethrowers we could have brought. New research available. The discovery of the finger spike has yielded new insights. You can now research the following anomaly projects. Summon Flesh Beast. I don't think we're going to be doing that. That one just exploded when it died. That one's still alive for now. Don't think we can capture it anyway, so let's just kill it. And it explodes on death. Just one left there. Area is now safe. Okay, let's just check inside these buildings to see if there's any extra stuff. Flesh sack and a tri-spike. Man-sized amalgamation of several smaller flesh beasts. Each of the creature's limb is capable of surviving independently. On death, tri-spikes may split into separate finger spikes as each limb rips free and attacks. Oh. So that's already scared and everything we've run into so far. And then the flesh sack. Swollen lump of flesh with something inside. These stationary flesh beasts act as digestive organs, supplying the surrounding flesh mass with nutrients. However, they're unable to break down non-organic matter, meaning that valuable items can occasionally be found within. It's like a very gross treasure chest. Yeah, there's 3 of them now. Food poisoning. Very bad thing to have happening right now. Damn. Let's see what's behind door number 1. 1 shard. It's Scavenge fragment of dark archotechnology, originally created by the hyper-intelligent architect mind, or a hyper-intelligent architect mind, so there's more than one. Watch out. This shard is packed with technology beyond human comprehension. It is capable of manipulating psychic flows, including architect influences and more esoteric outcomes. While it is useless by itself, it can be built into devices that harness its power to produce exotic effects. The market value is 400, so... So far it's been very worth coming over here. Another one. Anything behind this door? Doesn't seem like it. So, there's two buildings here that we'll have to break in through the wall, because... Wait, the flesh mass has 40 HP, the wooden walls have 162. I guess we can just dig our way in. Metal horror emerging. Metal horrors are emerging, slicing through flesh and skin. These nightmarish bladed creatures are cutting their way out of their host. Uh-oh. Okay, so back at our base, turns out we had the exact right target. Amelia was infected by one of the Shamblers with metal horror or whatever it is. And Sekira, when fed by a... Wait. Implanted when fed a meal by Tori. So is Tori also one of them? Anyways... These horrifying metallic parasites live inside the victim, taking control of higher reasoning via a network of hair-thin metallic filaments that they spread throughout the body and brain. They control the victim's mind and compel them to infect others with new metal horrors. Okay, yeah, we might want to cut this expedition short and run right the hell back to base. Perfect shifting mass of metal filaments, blades, and instruments. This metal is maintained and regenerated by a circulating dark fluid. While dormant, fluid metal horrors are hidden in a host body, they use their host to infect others, creating more metal horrors. If detected or endangered, the metal horror will form a jagged exoskeleton and cut its way out of the host's flesh. An emergent metal horror will eventually enter a low-energy hibernation state if left undisturbed. So we can run away from it, in theory. Minimum containment strength, 110. So yeah, we probably shouldn't underestimate that thing. Is there only the one? Seems like it. I thought they were both infected. They are both infected, it's just this one hasn't left its host yet. Shit. So let's, while we're still paused, reform the caravan. Hopefully we'll be able to have Harvey survive long enough for backup to show up. In the meantime, let's loot everything of worth. The shard. Don't need any of the bodies. Weapons are worth a little bit. Clothing not so much since it's all tainted. Okay. Have to survive 0.2 days. Got new research because of the metal horror. Metal blood serum. All the way at the end of the tech tree. Synthesize metal blood serums that make the user more resistant to damage. When injected into the bloodstream, the metal blood substance can harden the flesh when it anticipates a blow, making the user more resistant to damage. However, the bioferrite-based chemistry of the serum also makes the user particularly vulnerable to fire. Now I really wish we had a flamethrower. Trophim's gonna try to fight him. It's not going well. Yeah, he got messed up. Barely did anything to the metal horror. It's trying to break into our base. Or not. It was slamming on the door. I really hope we can get in there and save the dog, but it's hanging right around it. If I just make Harvey run in and try to save Trophim, probably get killed too. Maybe I try to sneak into the base from the other entrance here. Oh wait, there's that other one. Smaller than the first one. It destroyed the door here. Did it take notice? Okay, it's moved away. This might be my only chance to save the dog. And I think we're toast. Yeah, we're not getting away. Man, this thing is awful. It's fucking breaking off parts left and right off of our guy. Dog's definitely dead now. Come on, get in there, guys. And he's attacking him when he's down. Just breaking all the doors inside the base. Right, I'm gonna try to get Tori and Storch to drag it off over here somewhere. And then have Connell sneak in and fix up Harvey. Damn, that thing's moving fast. Can't see how fast it's going either. Don't think it bleeds. It is made of metal after all. Alright, it's down and also capturable, but I'm not sure if I want to capture something this friggin' dangerous. For now, let's just focus on clearing out our base. It does need a containment strength of 110, and this one, which is already our best friggin' containment platform, only goes up to 95. Well, we killed one. At the cost of Storch getting all kinds of messed up. Now we have to deal with this other one. Well, Amelia has died caused blood loss. Amelia has let out a twisted, half-human scream. In the distance, you can hear other screams answering the call. They are coming. And we signed ourselves up for all kinds of bullshit by accepting her into our freaking group. What the hell, man? Need to get everyone inside a building. Site stealer revealed. Not gonna lie, we're probably dead. Man in Black. Sensing trouble, a mysterious man in black has arrived. We'll be able to set things right in these parts. Lewis, our final hope. Absolute fucking psychopath. Knows how to use a gun. And he does have a gun. A very good one. Well, Lewis, you're our final hope. Right. So our the first person we really need to worry about saving is Tori and then O'Connell. They're the two most injured. Got one Metal Blood Horror to kill and one Sight Stealer as far as we know of. Could be more than one. Spotted us. And those things move fast. There's the Sight Stealer, right on time. Of course, this thing doesn't bleed, so it's not like I can just run away from it continuously. Well, looks like everyone's down. Everyone's too injured to move. Our last hope, the man in black, is fucking crawling on the floor in his own blood. Sight Stealer, Metal Blood Horror were just too much. Don't have any medicine, so just do what you can. Which apparently is nothing. Tori's dead, and there's also another metal fucking horror in there, so fucking hell, dude. We're just done. Tori's dead, storage is down. Now we have two metal horrors and a Sight Stealer. Oh boy, Hakuja got back up for like 2 seconds and is gonna die again. Survive long enough to punch the shit out of the sight stealer and then fall back down. Lewis is dead. Connell is dead. Harvey got back up. Can't even fight, so his only hope is to try to heal someone, but the only person that can heal is Storch. And that didn't last long. There goes Storch. Got 3 people who are still alive. Make that 2. Irvy's dead. Akuja's gonna die too. And after that, Skira. Game over. So, even though it does say game over, we can technically keep playing. And I probably will. At this point, I think we just kind of have to hope that these guys are going to wander off and then someone new is going to show up and be like, hey, there's a base here and no one's using it. But until that happens, we just watch these jerks run around and break what little doors are left of our base. Well, if someone does show up, they're gonna need some more graves. We'll just hit the fast forward and sit back and relax. We can pick a new wanderer to show up, but again, if these guys are just hanging out, then one lone dude showing up is not going to be able to handle them. Wait, did it say they were starting to hibernate? Where do I go? Message. Little horrors are beginning to hibernate. They will awaken again if disturbed. Well, looks like we're gonna have to take our chances because they're not gonna leave. Oh hey, we get 3 wanderers. Someone who can deal with construction, mining, plant work, and crafting. Melee animals, social. Shooting at animals. I think I'm gonna re-roll these top two here. We got coal. Then, so we've got one fighter. We're probably gonna want two fighters. Someone who can fight and build. Alright, let's try this. Right, I'm gonna have to plan this out. Gonna get in there, gonna pick up the bolt action rifle, the revolver, or no wait. This bolt action, this revolver, and the plasteel knife. Sierra gets the bolty, Oro gets the revolver, and Nicole gets the knife. I don't know why I double clicked the go back twice there. Nicole's gonna go in first and get backed up by these two. Woke up both of them. I guess we should have rebuilt at least one of the doors. Just can't get over how lethal those things are. Like, we're fighting one of them with 3 pawns, and our front line is already basically crumbled. As long as this other one just stays wandering over here. And the sight stealer was still hanging around. No, not anymore. It's hibernating again. Well, guess that would have been a really good time to have a turret set up. And guess what I did not have set up? That's right, turret. The question is, where do I set up defensive positions? I guess it would help a lot if I had entrances to my base funneled down a bit so that I don't have to build 4 turrets for each corner of the base. So let's put down some walls. Not sure if I want to make one big wall here or claim this whole area by putting a wall there and another one here. Cold snap. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Also decided what I'm going to do. Alright, got the initial walls set up. Don't know why I said initial, it's not like we're building more after this set. But there's also, can't build stone walls on the river, so they'll just have to be wooden walls, which technically is a weak point. But as long as the enemy isn't willing to try to bust through the wall, then it doesn't matter if it's a good wall or not, they'll funnel themselves right to where there's an opening, which is right over here. Actually thinking of that, should place it down here instead. So the idea is going to be that whenever a group of enemies shows up, they're going to try to go through the path of least resistance, which is this hole in the wall right here, and we're going to have our turret set up somewhere over here so they'll pop out the wall, run in, think, oh man, they left the back door open, and then they catch a bunch of bullets to the face. Again, if everything goes to plan, that's how it's going to be. If it doesn't go to plan, then they're just going to show up in drop pods right in the middle of my base and immediately start killing everyone before I can even mount defenses. Or they'll just pop out of someone's chest and then kill everyone, like what just happened. Psychic Soothe, male. Affects 1 out of 3 of our colonists. It's not the one that needed the mood boost. I'm gonna set this up so only the colonist corpses get put in these graves. Copy the settings, select everything, paste. Can't do that to the unbuilt ones though. Now that I think about it, if a shambler was able to just infect one of our colonists by just hitting them once, wouldn't the same thing happen if a metal horror would be fighting one, considering that's where the metal horror came from in the first place? How do I know there's not just gonna be the whole same thing happening yet again, except with even less people to stop it from happening? I guess we don't know. Also, I guess since all of our original guys died, we're stuck with this ideology, the Ubanyani way. We're a bunch of raiders. Disapprove of free will, executions are required, raiding is required. Don't care for cannibalism. Perfectly fine with harvesting organs, however. And are also fine with slavery. And they venerate the ancient cobra. Or just regular cobras. Doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna try to stick with this base. And, just out of curiosity, since I've never actually bothered to stick with a base that failed before, because again, usually I'd never play on commitment mode, which I am playing on commitment mode right now, so I can't just reload my last save from before everything went to hell. But in theory, as long as the corpses are still there in the graveyard, I can dig them out later once I find a mech resurrector serum. And they won't be in as good condition as, you know, before they were made unalive. I can still bring him back, but those things are not easy to get a hold of, so I'll only really get the chance of bringing back like a few of them at best. So I'm gonna have to preemptively decide who am I going to try to bring back from the dead if I have the option to. We're gonna need some more grapes. Before that, I really should have rebuilt that freaking door. Just lost a pile of food. Since these new guys aren't undergrounders, I'm guessing don't need to bother with that type of lighting. Let's see. So I just have to zoom out, double click. Here we go. Regular lights instead of the dark lights we were using. Guess we also don't need this anymore. We need to stop picking fights we don't need to take. Left leg bitten off. Well, shit, dude. I need to stop playing like a moron and stop letting all my guys fall over dead. Easier said than done. Maybe we should just give up on this quest, because if we somehow do complete it and then 2 insect hive shows up, there is 0% chance that we can actually clear them out with only 2 guys. Speaking of problems, the local animals has gone bananas. They want us dead. Not sure if I completed that thought from earlier about which character we're bringing back. If we do get the chance. But I'm thinking the main ones we want to bring back would be probably the original three, which was Tori, Storch, and Harvey. O'Connell was pretty good too. That's the last corpse we have to bury. For now. We have a pile of crappy melee weapons to sell. Getting pretty close to our growing season again. This time we do have people who enjoy eating plants. Let's make a big old pile of rice. Give us another sort of useless melee weapon and a gun. Although we have a lot more guns than people right now. Guess we should probably also grow some medicine. But, we need 8 plant skill to plant those, and so far... yeah, none of our dudes are any good at planting. Might not even be worth trying to grow the rice. Yeah, I'll leave it there in case we recruit someone soon. If not, we're just gonna probably have to research hydroponics and get that built before we run out of food, which thankfully, we got a lot of food. Well, it may not be the right type of church, but they're using it as one. Still not sure how to feel about the whole thing. On the one hand, we still have a base, and we have resecured it. But on the other hand, it's gonna take a while to build up that kind of human resource again. Had some pretty good dudes. Fortunately, they're all living over here now. Let's see, this piece of art titled "The Melee Fighting Skills of Mary." Engraving on this furniture resembles stylized orange banners roaring in victory. Mary wears a lonesome expression. The work makes the viewer think of devastation. The image tells the story of an assault on Mary's district on 1st of April, May 5501. I guess Mary's still alive. She got the hell out of the base along with Mikhail before everything went to hell. And also we're officially summer. Looks like we should have plenty of time to finish off this little monument. Probably more useful things we could be doing at the moment, but might as well just get that quest done. I think the only penalty for failing is a tiny reputation penalty. But I'd rather stay on the good side. Completed the monument. Now there's 48 days for a meteorite to crash right on top of it and completely kerfuck our entire base. But whatever, we've survived the first apocalypse, we'll survive the second one too. Might as well just place this down somewhere, because it's certainly not going to be useful just sitting as a pile of components in our base. I wanted it to be able to shoot all the way over there. Let's just make a little defensive emplacement right here. Cargo pods. It's got a bunch of face mask in it. Strange, but we'll take it. About it. Should probably have 2 of them. Just in case. Let's test this thing out against some target that really deserves it. Well, on the one hand, it's not rushing us. On the other hand, it's wandered out of firing range. You need some bait. There we go. Got another one of those shards too. Got this little wall done, so we don't have to worry about them attacking from directly over here. Instead, they'll go around either up here or down here, which reduces the chance of accidentally blowing up this monument. Reduces, but does not eliminate. Now we're getting raided. They will prepare for a while and then attack. 2 guys with clubs. This one's not great in a fight. He is nimble, which means that Nicole can't stab him so easy. This guy, however, will be a problem if he starts whacking on our dudes. Now, since they're gonna sit there and prepare for a while, I'm thinking we just wait. It'll probably be daytime when they decide to attack, and we can just send our guys to the turret. Should be easy. And if we're lucky, we might even have someone to recruit. And if we can't recruit them, we can always harvest their kidneys. Starting the attack. Nearly destroyed my own wind turbine. The other one down too. No survivors. Oh well. So we got some medicine. So I think my plan is going to keep this little defensive box big enough that it can just move around the turrets easily, so if they're all attacking from the same direction, instead of having one turret facing completely the wrong way, I can just move it to be right next to this one. And I don't have to worry that people are going to try shooting over top of each other and accidentally hitting their friends in the back of the head with a 50 cal. I'm thinking once I do have this hydroponics room set up, I'm gonna make some proper airlocks on the end of the doors, and I'm gonna build a connecting, well, not really a connecting way, more just I'm gonna take this side of the wall out. Actually, I could just cue that up right now, and then probably turn this spot here into a door. People can access the green room without having to leave the base. Yeah, I really wish we had more people because I probably have Nicole on research duty instead of having her worry about all the stuff that Oro can't do or doesn't have the time to do. Well, on the upside, we have a very nice dining room. It even has a statue of someone that no one who currently lives in the base knows about. Another raid. From Jiche. Not sure how you pronounce that. Group of imps. One with a bow. Terrible short bow. And he's a cannibal. Better one also has a short bow. Not quite as bad though. Jogger and tough. Yeah, I guess I'll take anyone I can get, assuming I can get anyone. They are attacking immediately. Gonna wait for him to get a little closer, and then send my guys to the turrets. That's close enough. I'm starting to think I should not have built my turrets right here next to where the wind turbines are. Whatever, if we break the turbines, we can just move them somewhere else. Oh, hey, a pile of gold. We'll take that. Damn, he's moving fast. 5.35. I think it's entirely because they have Jogger, but they have that one because of the race they're playing as. I think all DMs have that. Actually, I can check right now. Maybe it's because that guy had both, because this one just says it gives a move speed bonus, and even though it is the same amount of move speed bonus as you get from the Jogger tree, he probably had both. Guessing we ran out of wood at some point. It should be enough. So we already have capes being made. That guy does not want a hood. He wants a tribal headdress. Where would we find that? It's right here. Just realize when I assign people to cut down trees, I should have realized I do not have anyone set up to work on plants. Guess I'll set up Nicole to do that. Garowlin Pod or Goranlin? I think it's Goranlin. Those you can harvest and plant down a tree, and as long as you take care of the tree, it spawns these little creatures called dryads, which you can tell them what kind of stuff you want to produce. Like you can have them produce a little pile of wood every few days, or a little pile of berries, or medicine, or a couple of other things. I think you can have them as also haulers and as melee units. But, I don't know, every time I try using one of those trees, I feel like you don't get nearly as much out of it as you put in the first place, because you have to have a colonist bonded to it that's half decent at plant work, and then they'll go there and prune the tree, and it feels like they spend all day just pruning the tree nonstop, and it still doesn't make the bar go all the way up. So they just you kind of just go down by one pawn to be able to do useful stuff in exchange for a bunch of little dryad guys. And unfortunately, we should have taken care of that there, but we didn't. Is no longer an issue. Only we could solve all our problems that easily. Oh, well, that's tragic. Nicole's the daughter of Tori. Well, at least our two new pawns are getting along pretty well. Slowly getting better at mining. If there's anything we can make with this bioferrite we have. We can make these nerve spikers. Embedded with a paralytic biotoxin. Low damage, but it stuns non-mechanoid targets. Guess that'd be useful if you have a bunch of, well, you only have like a couple of really good shooters, but you have a lot of bad shooters. You just give all the bad ones crossbows, and it doesn't matter if they only occasionally hit the target, since they're going to be stunning it for way longer than they normally do. And then you let all your good shooters just line up headshots in the meantime. At least in theory. Yeah, really not much going on in the colony since we only got 2 guys. Learn the relic of the Ubanyani, or Ubanyeni way, sorry. The outlaw lance. Eh, maybe we don't do that one just yet. That one doesn't expire though, so plenty of time to pick it up whenever we want. Now, as for this, do their rituals give us anything? The gladiator duel is good or unforgettable. The psi focus of all participants will be recharged. Not super useful right now. The drum party is fun or unforgettable. You will discover the location of an ancient complex nearby. It's a bit better, but still not what I want. Might as well build one of these. I think it's the only thing we can make with shards right now anyways. The Shaman Merchant. Bioferrite really doesn't seem to be worth much. Book that'll let us learn about bliss lobotomies and also gives us a 4.2% chance of mental break per hour. Dubious usefulness. Oh, not selling any medicine. Well, simple medicine. Don't need the food that badly that I'm willing to pay that much. Yeah, not much of a trade. Of course, the one time I could use a slave caravan showing up, there's probably not going to be one. I'll probably somehow build my way back up to 10 guys and be like, okay, I've got too many dudes to keep track of, and then like 5 slave caravans in a row are going to show up going like, hey, you seem like you could use some basic labor. And at that point, I'm just gonna shoot at him because, well, I'll be able to. I'm tempted to keep hunting stuff just to keep my shooter's skills up. So why the hell did you keep fighting over here in their caravan? But anyways, I was saying, tempted to send them out to hunt stuff just to increase their shooting skills, but got plenty of food already in the freezer. Turns out you go through a whole lot less of it when you don't have that many people to feed. So I sure hope they're not going to be pissed off at me for them killing their own guy when they showed up here. Yeah, don't think I took a reputation hit. Put another little bridge down right here. Or Daimos, a Duchess of Empire of Perfection, wants to perform a low-power test of one of her ship's area attack weapons. If she does, a weather control system will force the weather around Sturdy Boot to be a rainy thunderstorm for 18 days. So you're a local landholder under Imperial law. Deimos needs your honorable permission to proceed. Don't think we need a recurve bow, even if it is a really good one. And advanced components would be nice, but we're very far off from actually being able to use them. Huh. But these books seem like a good deal. Get to train people up with shooting, and we also get to unlock biofuel refining. Yeah, let's take that one. And we get the pods right away. Make sure to haul this in. Now we just have to worry about thunderstorms for the next 11 days, was it? 18 days. So that's a little bit more than 1.5 seasons. No wait, that's less than a half. It's a bit more than 1 season. Dreadful construction. Countess Adiodata Chumos of Empire of Perfection is requesting they build a monument to insult the parents of her rival. Specific. Seems like a pretty small monument, all things considered. But for construction, a little bit of silver. Yeah, we can do that too. Let's build it right over here. I'm half tempted to just build this out of steel. Let's see. Monument destroyed within 15 days of construction, your relations will fall by 10. Yeah, I'm thinking we just build it out of steel and then deconstruct it later. We're not going to get all the materials back out, but I think we can handle it. Not really low on steel. I mean, I've had this vein staring at me pretty much the whole time I've been playing. We have more than enough steel, so no reason to dig it. Lots of spacecraft have impacted nearby. Just a one. Thankfully it didn't land directly on our wall, just sort of on the wall. Guessing I should keep my own guy with a gun with the revolver. I know I have a rifle sitting around here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Usually, I just kind of look at the market value of a weapon to see roughly how good it is, because weapons are definitely not created equal. And both the quality and the type of weapon it is going to affect how much it's worth. So a high quality weapon that's of a worse type can still end up being better, but in this case, market value of this rifle is 255 and the revolver was 205. And the revolver's definitely closer at shorter ranges, but if I'm gonna have this guy do my hunting, probably be a good idea to use the rifle. Yeah, unfortunately, being very accurate at short ranges isn't so much of a good thing when, you know, you can't shoot enemies that are trying to punch you in the face. You can only punch back, very weakly. I wonder if there's any mods that change that. It's not like a revolver's any less deadly when someone's shoving it into your gut, right? Alright, when I moved the turret here, it counted this whole spot as a home area. Should get rid of that. Once the walls are complete, like say this part here, usually I remove the outside area of it from the home area, so that way pawns that are just trying to clean up the base aren't gonna walk outside the base, clean up the stuff that's here, and then walk back in, and then, you know, no real reason to clean it if no one's gonna be hanging out there for any amount of time. And the same thing for if anything catches on fire there, since at least I'm pretty sure that stone walls and stuff isn't gonna catch on fire if the plants next to it are on fire. So, like, it's a lot more relevant in a map like, say, jungle or something where plants are always growing at such a ridiculous rate that, like, you can almost reliably expect the entire map to burn down like twice a year, just from thunderstorms spreading out of control. We finished the monument, and now we have our book. Diver's Study of Foundation. This coursebook establishes the author's authority on the subject of foundation. It is a succinct synopsis of complex subject. According to the author's biography, Harry Diver Riggs was known for being a master of many subjects. From the margins, it is clear that the Foundation proselytes of Olympia spent a fortune printing copies of this book and then having it widely distributed. Despite being a second-hand schoolbook, the pages are decent if slightly scored. And a solar flare. Another 17 days of small fires popping up around the base. At least it doesn't spread since it's raining. Yeah. Here's where it'll tell us. So far it's lasted 3.1 days. So it's another 15 days. Solar flare is over. "42 wild heal roots. Let's harvest anything that's fully grown. It's not going to tell us how much it's going to harvest, but what that does is it only issues the harvest command on anything that is completely fully matured to ensure that you get the maximum potential output. Because we're not that desperate for medicine, not right now. Got 4 herbal and 11 industrial. Psychic drone, low mail. Some distant engine of hatred is stirring. It is projecting a psychic drone onto the site through an orbital amplifier tuned to only affect males. For a few days, some people's mood will be quite a bit worse. How much of a debuff was it? -12. I haven't really been looking at these guys' mood all that much, actually. Angry that we haven't been executing anyone. I mean, wouldn't shooting the guys with the turret work for you? No. Other than that, just the usual. We still don't have a tribal headdress made, but that's because we don't really have any crafters. It's like, sure, there's Nicole, but... Also, I just realized I turned on Tailor in Plant Cut, not Grow in Plant Cut. Yeah, our chances of getting any rice out of this is 0 anyway. I'd say we have a very nice fridge room. Why's the kitchen so awful? guess there's no one really dedicating the time to clean stuff up. At least we stopped getting a trickle of bears who keep walking into our environment every time we kill the last one. Random happy little fires out in the wilderness. Crafting is definitely not going up fast. Psychic drone is over. Another 13 days of forced weather. Nicole tried to woo Oro by lauding his self-control. Oro responded well, is now Nicole's lover. Yeah, I'd say they really like each other. Starting to think I might need to, I don't know, find some kind of hidden ritual I can do, an anomaly maybe that'll let me... Actually, this is pretty close to what I could be doing. Get the skip abduction ritual and then just teleport people into my base and make them willing workers for my cause. Actually, let's do that. We do have this guy just sitting in his cage all pissed off and twitching. Might as well make use of him before he tries to escape again. Should probably set up some more lights too. Abducts a random hostile person from anywhere in the world, prioritizing those nearby. Ritual induces a dark architect to warp space, teleporting a distant person to the center of the ritual circle. Process causes the target to fall into a short coma. Takes 2 hours. Need to use 60 bioferrite. Cooldown to 10 days. Do have bioferrite extraction. We should probably start doing exactly that. Damn it, if the game's not gonna give me some more targets to shoot at and then bring into my closet of mystery to turn into willing participants, I'm gonna forcibly abduct them from their homes some other way. We got 6 bioferrite out of 1 harvest. It's gonna take another 8 days before we can do it again. Shoot frenzy. Hope we're not gonna need that. By God, that thing is practically dead. We might as well go and get it and put it out of its misery. It's the humane thing to do. Kill it. Kill it now. Probably not the best time to be shooting in the middle of a thunderstorm at night. I think it gave up. Oh well, maybe next time. Yeah, I'll get him to hunt a few big things. Fill up the freezer again. Because who knows, maybe this winter we're not going to get a whole bunch of stuff wandering in. Had that happen sometimes where winter shows up, all the animals leave promptly because there's no more food on the map, and then none of them show up for another like 30 in-game days. Although it probably didn't help that I was living pretty darn close to the North Pole when I was doing that. And when I say winter showed up, I mean ice showed up on the map and then it was permanent winter. Fibrous mechanites. Semi-coherent mechanites which develop fibrous links in muscle tissue. They enhance the victim's strength but also cause intense pain. These are probably a mutated strain of strength-enhancing mechanites. Well, at least it gives us a bonus. Plus 20% pain, plus 50% manipulation, plus 50% moving, plus 50% blood pumping, and plus 70% sleep fall rate. Does that mean they get tired a lot quicker? Makes sense, I guess. Very much not the worst thing to have happened. Quest available, blank hairs. Storius Fiogalpro, a knight of Empire of Perfection, recently lost a scouting party to a pack of 4 man-hunting hares. He wants to draw the beast towards you to be killed to uphold his honor. It's just a rabbit, that guy. Well, 4 rabbits, and they are man-hunting. And all you have to do is equip ye old hand grenade and count to 3. There are some pretty half-decent rewards for this, though. I could get a very nice nerve spiker, I could get a bionic kidney, or some hyperweave. Hyperweave is tempting because you can make some really high-quality clothing out of it, but I don't have anyone who's any good at making clothing. Then the bionic kidney, our best medical pawn only has a 6, and we don't have an operating room, so we might just waste it entirely trying to get it installed in case someone fails. So maybe we go with the nerve spiker. Yeah, that way I can just give it to Nicole, and instead of having her stand in the front like a meat shield with the plasteel knife, just have her shoot bolts at people. We also get a little bit of goodwill. I'll help bump that up. If we can get them to allied, it should help us a lot. Although, one thing that's kind of screwy I always find with the Empire is you can only trade with them if you have a high enough noble title. So if you're allied with them, they'll send trade caravans that you can't even trade with. Or maybe I'm wrong and they don't send them, but either way you can only trade with them. Like, at their settlements too, you can only trade with them if you have a high enough noble title. Anytime now, those deadly-ass rabbits are gonna show up. Also, I know I've been using hare and rabbit interchangeably. I know they're a different something. I'm not sure if they're a subspecies or a different species entirely or what's going on. I just know that they look sort of similar, so I treat them kind of similar. Even though they're not. Just keep talking in circles. I don't know, maybe it's kind of like green onions and scallions, where 2 very different names that refer to the exact same plant. Unless if that's also a lie and there actually is a difference, but I don't know, man, all kinds of confused tonight. Some more thrumbos. And these guys are even worse at animals than my last group of dudes. Definitely not doing anything with those. Well, I say that, but I do have machine guns now. Could try to gun them down. They're both in very good health, so that'd probably be a bad idea. Especially if it aggroes both of them at the same time. Anyways, back to the hares. They are entering directly in the line of fire. You know what? Let's try it. And it did piss off the other one. Here's our nerve spiker. Now let's see if we survive long enough that I can actually use it. One down. Two down. Damn. Turrets are strong. And on that one victory, the one of the very few victories we've had today, I think I'm gonna call it there. So we've had a pretty major setback this round, but we're gonna keep on chugging. And by that I mean next stream, which is gonna be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic, we're gonna be playing some more RimWorld. Yep, we're gonna keep riding this one until either we go down completely in flames, or we get the hell off this planet. Hopefully you'll be there next stream too. Follow along with the journey. Anyways, enough blabbing. Go to sleep.